speaker. Our next speaker is from the Windsor Islamic Association. Could I have Yousef to take the screen and the mic, please?
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. So Muslim community in Windsor, of course, as all of other communities, has been heavily impacted by the pandemic, both on individual and institutional level. It forced us across 5 mosques and 4 full-time schools and multiple other charitable entities and youth education programs to adapt with some extreme circumstances. The institutions had to decrease the number of services and the number of community members being served, which was a big challenge since most of these services are not only religious functions, but they are also including social assistance for family and youth, mental health services, which is very critical and essential for the community in these times, food banks, schools. Also, some institutions laid off some of its employees. Even for sure, the CADA emergency wage subsidy made it a lot easier, but it's still challenging on the long term, especially since all of these institutions are nonprofit. On the positive side, there has been a very positive communication with the local institutions and the city of Windsor, which was really considerate of some of the community requests, including the permission of streaming the adhan or the call to prayer from mosques at the sunset time during Ramadan last May, which was really something that the community enjoyed at large. But still, some of the things that I think are important and beneficial for the next critical phase moving out from this problem that hit all of our community and all the communities at large, and we are trying to work on, and we hope to get some help from the decision-making local institutions. Some of these things are, we really need to work on more educational workshops and materials for the community that cater towards the Muslim audience, given the nature of the religious functions that mosques and these institutions provide. And also with some of them being in high density of gatherings sometimes. The providing signage for health awareness and safety precautions, it is also something that we look for. And in both of these levels, the educational programs and the signage, we are really hoping to offer these things in multiple languages, given the high diversity of the community. In for example, the mosque that I'm serving through, we have over 50 different ethnicities and backgrounds of our congregants. Also, most of our institutions have parking lot issues even before COVID. Some of them are very tight. Plus now, for example, there's construction already at one of the highest traffic buildings that we have that is limiting our capacity a lot, even now more with the imposition of social distancing. During the past few months, we tried to implement some of the some creative ideas how to serve the community in drive-through programs, for example, or in social distancing activities and functions. The parking lot issue was always a problem that we are facing, and now it became much bigger and much more challenging. I think also facilitating finding or providing resources for medical materials for the congregants, employees, the volunteers, given the fact that we serve on a daily basis hundreds of people in our communities. I think this is also a bit of a challenge and a big financial burden that our community is facing as well. Also, as recreational activities, we all can observe that many bikes are hitting the road, and the biking routes and lanes, I think, should be given more attention. And I have this observation myself within our own community, people coming to the mosques or to the schools with their own bikes. And we see in Windsor really, I think this is one of the things that have been underserved a lot, and it needs more attention to facilitate that. Sometimes you notice it to be among our elderly, but now with the new like normal we are going to face towards, we're seeing now a lot of our community members, like across different age groups, we are actually encouraging something like this. So this is also something that we should be paying a lot of attention to. So these are just some points that I thought would be beneficial to share with you, and it's in the core of our discussion with our community nowadays. And thank you.